We did our real land.
Hey, Elisa, can you hear us?
Yep, I can hear you and see you.
Okay.
We got to switch to conference room too because late land bank's in one.
Oh, okay.
We are live.
For you.
Easter or Easter?
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. I said Christmas earlier today.
Easter, at least.
So did you get the committee reports?
Over winter, right?
I don't know, there may or may not be a box there, but
What's your?
Michael Oliver. Works out.
I don't know if John's.
Very nice to meet you. Hey, Michelle. Thank you very much. You're, one of your,
Yeah, see right away.
yeah,
They're awesome.
and she dropped a whole lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's so sweet. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
But just did, there was a fire on first, yeah.
I tried, I think I might know the person, but the name is very.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
you know, somebody, the
Especially in
same name
Houston.
Yeah.
who passed a couple of years ago, so.
And also,
But
that's
I
a good
think
thing.
I know who it is. So,
Yeah, it was in the paper.
Yeah, I just think it's
Yeah.
somebody who went to church with a while ago, and I don't think it's the same one, I'm trying to find out.
I actually found out from my son, who's all upstairs now, with my always. He was away for Thanksgiving. So,
Things are so.
There's something going on at Eastchester Piper King.
yeah, what's the, everybody, something, I was talking about tomorrow, let's see, because I just got a call about a complaint about it.
About,
Eastchester and Hasbrook.
That's Central Hudson, I believe, wasn't some kind of project, so,
you mean activity last night?
no, it's.
It's been ongoing.
Because something seemed to happen last night, because you heard it from the house, so.
Oh, was that last week? Someone posted on the neighborhood app that a transformer exploded.
Yeah, but we heard booms, and no, and I haven't seen Ed to see if he figured it out, if he comes.
We gotta get these
Yeah,
things.
we didn't know what it was, and then we heard a lot of,
So it's not DPW.
It may,
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't tell me last
Oh,
night, it was
okay.
just when we were home,
Okay.
We got Michelle, we got Michael, yeah, so
I just forgot about it. I haven't seen it, so.
I'll give it a couple more minutes, see if it's gonna show up.
Quiet, I just. I got gotten sick again, so I just didn't want to go.
Yeah.
I got this one right here.
Okay.
We went away.
Yeah, it was on a cruise.
I don't know where the things came from, man. Remember committee meetings. No, well, it's fine, track them all, we'll get to them all. Because I'll be sad and so.
Yeah.
So let's cruise.
Yeah, it was definitely a good time. It was my first cruise, so.
Isn't it
Huh?
Isn't
Yeah. The complete opposite. We paid extra. It's 12:05. And it's basically, they only sell a certain amount of seats.
Oh.
So you're not like trying to find a place. And they serve you wherever you are. They're not putting you in a hot tub almost the entire cruise. And they kept bringing us drinks. So the cherry on top was it's 18 plus. So no kids allowed.
Under 21 now.
Yeah. Well, international players.
Oh, no, my-
News, there,
What?
news here.
Oh, is she? What else?
We'll definitely do it. That's for sure.
So.
Did they have turkey at least?
Yes, they did. Yeah, we,
In the hot tub?
yeah. We had, I guess, the premium dining. We had one of those included, So we went to the steakhouse. Christie had surf and turf. And because it only cost me $30, I got the tomahawk. Just because I've always wanted to try it.
Just we, these bills signed before the end of the month. Right here, so this the one on the bottom. Might take too long. So they're all here. Okay, so,
Did you drive by it or what? That was really good, yeah. Didn't you drive by? When we put that one thing? This morning. You and Chris were there, I was coming. So that's it. You were heading down towards East Chester Street, and you honked.
yeah, oh, yes, okay, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, like that, afterwards, after the fact. All right. All right, well, welcome everybody. We're gonna get this November's Public Safety General Government Committee and getting going here. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. And we're ready to rock and roll. So we're gonna start this meeting at 6:33. And we got a small agenda, and we're gonna start off with Emily Hauser, CAC. She's gonna give us our little monthly update. Elisa? Elisa?
I guess she wasn't there.
She was there.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome in. Introduce.
Okay, so I'm going to be the rep this time. I am the chair of the committee and I've been here for a long time. And maybe not 10 years, but at least 6 or 8. And I just want to report that we have a presentation by Mid-Hudson Energy Transition to talk about the community aggregation. So that's where, if it passes and everything, the city will be offering sustainable power to everyone in the city. And they're really energetic and smart people to tell us about that project. Then we also we are on the community preservation plan. And there should be a draft out at the end of the year. We know if we need more information on any of these. We've been meeting on the, we've been commenting on the Kingston Forward citywide rezoning, and we did comment on the phase 2, and then they actually come back to us and ask us some more questions, which is really nice. So we submitted some more information. And the one thing is the Conservation Advisory Council developed the open space plan. And the one concern this time was that the city rezoning covers, also uses the term open space, but it's not the same as our open space. So we wanted to definitely distinguish that. And in the zoning, it's basically requiring certain properties to have some little green space that can be used for sitting, recreation. So they're going to call that something like required usable open space instead of just open space.
Can you say it again? They're thinking about requiring who to have total green space?
It's, if there's a 5,000 square feet greater development that has residential in it, 5,000 square feet, then we have to put about 10% aside for an area that is green, that it has some shade and benches and so on. But they were calling it open space, and we have the CAC's open space plan has a much broader definition of that. So we worked that out and they also, so it's really nice that they're asking us for
Okay.
specific opinion. And then we also sent a letter to Senator Henchy because there's a bill or an act called the Birds and Bees Protection Act. And that is to eliminate neonics or neonicotinoids, which is a chemical that they're putting on, mostly on seeds, and they feel that that's what's really killing the bees, among other things. But it also turns out that that this chemical can go up into the plant, so it actually affects babies with birth defects, young children, developing learning disabilities, and other things. So we sent, that's already passed in the Assembly, but it hasn't passed in the Senate, so we just wanted to let our senator know that we wanted that passed. Then, and I just want to say, one of our members has a PhD in bee biology, so that's really cool. Her name is Anita Collins. And we also just got a new young person in that New Falls, Brianna Gary. So we are looking for new members. And then the other thing that we're kind of keeping an eye on is the Ashokan releases from the Ashokan watershed, and that's mainly because there's the DEP and DEC has changed a little bit about the release, but they actually decided to allow the county of Ulster to decide when there should be turbid releases. It's a really high release where there's kind of a balance between public safety. It is really kind of appropriate to use it during mud or flood. If you can get a lot of sediment, turbidity, or you might get too much water. So people are really concerned about that, whether or not the county has that kind of expertise. So I was able to attend the latest meeting on the 18th. And I hope you have any questions.
No, any questions? Thank you for this information. Any questions? That was,
Okay, and is there a December meeting?
Yes,
yes, it would be, Elisa, can you hear me?
it's typically the fourth Tuesday of fourth Wednesday of
I
the
just want to
month.
make sure she gets
But
you.
I don't know if it's a holiday.
The
Right.
fourth Tuesday,
Yeah, do you want,
it's gonna be the 27th.
do you want to move it earlier than, well, we can talk about it. Now that I know
Yeah.
that you're the
Okay,
chair, Tony, I will maybe we appreciate it.
Public safety is on the 28th of December. Also,
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I respect
I
that.
said- Yeah, if that changes,
okay,
one of us will let you know.
okay.
And I'll make sure, Elisa will get you on the, get you on. All righty, thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you.
Yeah. Right. So that was an update on the CAC, and we have only 3 other things on this items here on the agenda, new business. And the first one is a stop sign at Cornell and the Broom. Not sure if everybody that's on the council received information from
Yeah,
Okay. from the city engineer and John Schulteis. So, I'll just read you what his is for that. And let me see here. Those add stop sign, Cornell and Broom. I reviewed this location. It does not appear to meet the warrants for always stop contained in the manual on uniform traffic control devices. Specifically, the volume on Cornell is much higher than on Bruin. I do not recommend adding stop control at Cornell at this location. And I also drove past there this afternoon, and I like to try to get a visual of what people what visual requests. And I do see that there is a stop sign and coming from a Bruin onto Cornell. And the volume down one block down or 2 blocks down is a 4-way at the post office. And I wasn't sure who requested it or
It was a
whether.
constituent, there's a bus stop there. So, the corner that I requested, that's where the bus stop is, and I guess, this was early in September, but I missed the deadline for October,
Okay.
so that's why it's now. So the concern was that there's kids there, and I'm assuming that the constituent maybe saw someone maybe not just be as safe as they should be in the morning. But if John doesn't see her. I
Yeah,
don't know if John,
Oh, you're gonna,
I'm sure that you communicated that there's a bus stop there.
I sent in the whole, your whole.
Okay, right.
Yeah, so what I do, just so you know, the report came out today, but as soon as I get a communication, I send it to engineer and DPW, and then either Tony or I or someone, both of us, follow up with them, so he got everything that he said. One thing that just a suggestion, because at the budget meeting with Chief Tinty, he said that he would put a car someplace, and so that might be like during mornings,
Okay.
with the bus stop, that might be a good location.
So I can just, he said just to call him up or
Just call
email.
up, yeah.
you could put that list. I'm still, so the bus stop must not be on Cornell, but it's on a
I'm
Bruin.
not sure
Bruin.
exactly.
I can't see a big bus stop right on
I can get
Cornell.
that clarified.
Yeah, so
So that would be a solution that you try and.
So I don't know, do I still rate this up and we take a vote? No, right?
No, I mean,
I
yeah,
don't think so.
there's no motion,
Okay.
it just dies.
Alright. And then, the next item on the agenda is a stop sign at home in Hunter Street, and that was sent in from, with Alderman Steve Chavit. And, same thing, I reviewed this application, and it does not appear to meet the warrants of all-way stop contained in the manual on uniform traffic control devices, specifically the volume on home. It's much higher than 100. I do not recommend hand stop control on 100 Home Street at its location. I also drove down there again this afternoon and took a look at that, and then did read, we got some communication as well from Ryan Kuhn,
Yeah,
and in regard to stop signs, what it should be used for, and especially at a steep grade and going down that hill. And he recommended that, that steep hill, especially in bad weather, and people are not going to be able to stop and at a stop sign and going down that hill. And I know it's concerns from and Alderman Chavit that because of the bridge repairs that people are using that home and Hunter to get, either downtown or get uptown. And hopefully that'll be done in probably another year or so. But again, the recommendation was not to add stop signs at that 4 intersection.
you hearing a lot of speeding on that street? That's probably.
Yeah, the top part is fine, but I don't get any complaints on home, I get complaints on words.
It's a 4-way at the top of Home
Yeah.
Street. And it's just when it goes down, and then there's a bend, and so when you're going back,
It's also pretty wide there, right?
it's pretty wide, you can park on one side of the street, on Home Street, you can park on one side.
The home is narrow, well, no, sorry, J.D. Hunter.
And Hunter is narrow on both sides too,
Sorry.
but you do have parking allowed on one side, and, that I see. Again, that's from our city engineer, not to recommend that at this time. Those to come back. Again, I guess we could say that to Alderman Chavit as well. It feels like that's a hot spot at a certain time of day. You can always reach out to, the Kingston Police Department, see if might be able to put a car over there. And so that was that. And then the only other thing on new business is they had a handicap parking on down street, and that came from Alderman and Carl Frank. And I got all the information I believe that I need from Carl this time, so, and Mr. Ed, a handicap, set the following commission. And a handicapped woman who is at 120 Down Street is seeking a handicap sign for the front of her house. She goes to just walk in. And I didn't see this, that might have been a way. And I'll reach out to Alderman Frankel just to let him be aware that this is not a dedicated spot just for this person at 120 Down Street.
I did,
Okay.
when he sent the communication.
Okay, so,
right
okay.
now, I think this was his first request for one, it was on his committee, so I did tell him, I checked the code, there is no issue
Okay.
in the code, and, the DPW said it's okay, and obviously you have the engineer's report. Nobody saw it.
No, he did not.
You just have, you're putting the was it 120?
Yeah,
On
120 Down Street, and that's it, see attached. This is gonna be, gonna have the, that, this. I just think I just need this, so I'll leave it. Yeah, it's- So that is what this is. It's this handicap sign be placed at 120 Down Street, see attached. And any more communication? Do we have to discuss this anymore?
Motion.
Motion,
Second.
second. Any discussion? All in favor? Anyone opposed? Right. Here's everybody's here. Keep that with that. And even though it shows on, that is for new business is still reducing the citywide speed limit to 25 miles per hour. We're not taking any, we're not discussing that at tonight's meeting. And we will be having,
Well, I actually wouldn't mind, because I have to call the public hearing at
Yes.
some point, but, I mean, so you guys, do you want to do it in December, or do you think it's better and would get more public feedback late January, and avoid holidays? I mean, but I know a lot of people wanted to move on this, but, and I'm fine either way, whatever the committee wants to do.
I think in January. Just-
Yeah,
I think,
I just worry that people aren't
People
gonna,
are away, they're not shopping, they're not concerned, correct?
Kids have concerts.
holidays.
Yeah.
So,
So,
January? So
Yeah.
we don't have to set that date today, you will set that?
yeah, I'll send out an email.
All right.
Unless you guys want to talk about it, but I also wanted Rennie to be involved in picking the date.
Well, I think, Rennie's, Rennie's.
Yeah,
I mean, I like the way that you have done in the past when you sit
just do
down.
like option one, option two.
Yeah, and then
Alright.
everybody has a say in it. And then, that's it, ladies and gentlemen.
Motion.
Second.
Motion adjourned. Second, all in favor? All right, we are calling this meeting at 6:49 PM. Okay.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your
Don't worry.
seasonal holidays.